Okay, this is part 2, which was filmed after part 3 because I thought I was filming a whole section that didn't work out so well. And when I reviewed parts 1 and 3, what is now 3, I realized that, things weren't in great focus and I shouldn't have been showing myself. You might just consider those other two kind of a podcast because the visuals aren't that great. But let me go on with that story about Anne. So I had pieces from the Magic Fairy Castle. I suspected that she might have in her box pieces that I needed for all the other stuff. And yes, that proved true. When she brought her box over, we sorted all that. And I did find missing pieces I've been looking for days for the castle and the fort and everything else, and it worked out. But what I did is I fixed up all these, forest type pieces and glued them together. So look at all the magic mushrooms I found, and some of this is kind of scary. And this is really important for the story because some of these worlds overlap. And you could use forests, of course, with, cowboys and Native Americans, that's fine. But I think with the castles where it's most appropriate because I have read, as you all know, a lot of medieval myths, legends, poetry, etc., etc. And with my Welsh studies, I'm very much interested in the world of fairy, spelled Faerie, which is a mystical, magical place that nobody really understands. There's all kinds of stories about it. We got some characters here. This is really good. Here's a good focus in on the magic pool with the unicorn. Sadly, we did lose the waterfall portion of this, but still, it works just great as a magic pool. We got And when you pass through the magic forest, you come into the realm of fairy with some very strange and interesting characters, fascinating, and they're wild for the imagination. Some of them are a little scary. We did find a witch. I didn't realize we had a witch, and she's got some very strange characters with her. They kind of give me the creeps to some extent. And you got to be careful in the realm of fairy because sometimes it's the most beautiful creatures that are the most dangerous. Some scary things are obvious, but some of these characters you got to be real careful because when you get spirited away to the land of fairy, you may never come back. But anyway, I did this stuff here too with the magic princesses. Look, we have an actual fairy with wings, and the wings are still flexible and all. I don't think I glued anything on her. I glued a few of these characters together like the witch because she was so interesting, and I wanted to make sure she had all the right parts to be a witch. The humpback, oh my word, it looks kind of like a fake nose. Yeah, we did do the nose, but anyway, she's a witch. And we know because we tried to float her. Now, in the realm of fairy, also, with the set came this really kind of doofus of a knight. So I changed the prince here to a rather handsome young man who comes seeking. We don't have a grail, but that's always what they were seeking. And they're always distracted by, love and beautiful fairy women who can be very treacherous. Just FYI. But this also, like I say, this is all good. I realized I wasn't moving things well, but I glued this part. Together. But still the screens still work. You can fold those out. And I glued the base together. But everything else I can separate off so that people go in one bag and all the accoutrements go in the other bag. That's all good. There's all these strange characters. And I have still some miscellaneous pieces, little babies and children, and that actually kind of scared me when I realized that those are exactly the kind of creatures that fairies and witches are always taking away. But those are fairy tales, so don't worry about it, and you can play however you want. So anyway, I didn't want to mess up the realm of fairy here and give credit to Anne for keeping her parts, because man, it wasn't until the last day I found this pink part that this one little pink square. Oh my, I found that right at the end when I was sorting through all miscellaneous pieces. So that's that. Also, I needed to show you one other thing I forgot. Oh, I forgot this, because this part got cut out too, with the monkeys. The chimps were a lot of trouble because you see how they're messing with the pigs, and there's one there that thinks he wants to become humanoid or an astronaut or something. And then I actually found a character I didn't know we had. Yeah, Mr. Stubbs. Toby Tyler's got to keep him in better underhand. I did find Toby Tyler too. He works for the circus, but he needs to take care of Mr. Stubbs so that there's no danger there. Here's all the Western characters. As you get down, you can see faces. I don't know. Here's one of my reformed Confederates. Did I show you him? I can't remember now. But see, I scraped off insignia. Well, I don't know that he's reformed because he's still a bad dude. Some kind of robber thief. I thought I had another one that had been arrested by the sheriff, but maybe that was him. Oh, right here. There's another one. See? This he looks like a bandito, I guess, but he's in chains from the sheriff, and you know, we're trying not to be, well, we'll see. Dragon and the Dragon Knight, chained and everything, it all works. Here's all the knights. The headdresses are, you know, solid, and that all works well. This part of the film is going to look a lot better, mainly because it doesn't have my face in it. But I will be putting this all away now, so look, I had a hard time with the cuffs and the collars. I only have these guys left, a couple of unreformed Confederates, well, 3 of them. But even, these aren't, well, I guess that's a soldier. But I think they really creep me out without hair, so that's why I glued on all the hair pieces I had, and I'm about out there now, so that's good. But I also wanted to show you these I'm getting better pans now of all the pieces I was telling you about, that you can consider maybe parts 1 and 2 of this kind of a podcast, and then this is more of a film of, actually, I didn't even hardly show the ranch. So how could it resist, you know, Snake River Ranch, and that's that ranch house that's now all one piece. That's all good. There's the succulents in the desert with the melting snowman, and that one Amish Confederate. You didn't see him when I was trying to show him earlier. So there's the Amish Confederate, and these are all the weird and strange, well, except for the scissors, miscellaneous pieces that belong to other stuff, not Playmobil. And if anybody knows what they are, can claim, okay, I can figure out Legos, and I got the Lego stuff, I thought, pulled out and separated. And I know those little micro Star Wars, I know where they go. And these 2 guys, I know where they go. Eve left to the, whatever he is, Bob the Builder there a few days ago, and that night goes in that cannon thing. So we're good. So anyway, go on to part 3. This is actually part 2, even though I'm filming it at the end, but that's how cinematography works. It's an art, and it's magical, just like Playmobil. So go on to number 3. There's the teepees that are in great condition now, and the Indian village, which is a little messed up, but I got to put this all together this morning, or put it all away. So I got to get more bags. I got plenty of bags. Your mom has tons of bags. So we'll put that away, and check out part 3. Thanks. Bye.